We've got a package. This is a Anker Nano power bank with the built-in USB-C cable. Now, as you may know, I unboxed this, the Anker 355, and I showed off that I already had an Anker Nano, but I lost it. So today we're unboxing a new Anker Nano, and also went ahead and buy an Anker 3-in-1 power bank, but it was defective. The cord didn't work. So it was months after I bought it, and I actually emailed Anker, and they said it was covered under warranty. So today I literally just sent it back, and yeah, they said they'll send me a freaking replacement. So you guys should see an unboxing coming up on that soon. Let's go ahead and unbox this. Now, I went ahead and got this, first of all, because I lost my other one. I would have looked for it more thoroughly if this wasn't on sale. This was actually only $35.99. So very freaking cheap for the best power bank. By my standards, this is my favorite power bank. Better than the 3-in-1 because it has that time remaining screen, and this will be my main power bank. So as you know, I have this. This is the 20,000 milliamp one that charges at 22.5 watts with the built-in Type-C cable. I like this one because it has freaking 20,000 milliamp hours, but I don't use it much because it only charges at 22.5 watts, so it doesn't have PPS for super fast charging for Samsungs. I have this Anker Zolo 10,000 milliamp hour battery bank, and this one I've been using as my main when I lost this one because this thing's amazing. It has a nice screen here, and it's 10,000 milliamp hours, has the built-in USB-C cable, and it charges at 30 watts, so it supports PPS. But the downside with this thing is it doesn't have the time remaining screen, and it only charges up at 20 watts. And then I also have, again, the Anker 355, or whatever the hell it's called. This one. 533. I don't like this one because it doesn't have the power, the USB cable built in. It's a really good power bank. It does show the time remaining, but it only charges up at 20 watts as well. So this one charges up at 30 watts, has a built-in USB-C cable, time remaining, everything you need. And also have this older Anker 10,000 PD Power Core Slim. This one just has the standard bars. I don't use this one at all. It only charges at 18 watts. So let's go and unbox this here. As you can see, Anker Nano Power Bank, 10,000 milliamp hour. Let's go ahead and open. Super freaking excited for this. We are going to be doing some thorough testing on this. Not sure why that was upside down. Alright, so that's it. We have a quick start guide right there. Or no, this is a quick start guide. And then that's it. So we just have the power bank. Oh, I remember this thing. This thing's amazing. So let's just crack into this. And another thing I don't like about the Zolo is it charges at 30 watts, then it throttles down to 20. So when I'm trying to charge something at 30 watts, like my laptop, my MacBook, it doesn't charge at the full 30 watts here. So as you can see, here's the Nano. As you can see, that is very new. I'm actually going to take a picture of that. And let's actually look at the information here. Wow, so that's a lot. So we're getting 5,000 milliamp hours times 2 pieces here. Total capacity is 10,000 milliamp hours. USB-C port, wow, 30 watts max, 20 volts at 1.5 amps. The USB-A output can do up to 22.5 watts. So that's actually a very capable USB-A output, even though I do not like the USB-A. And then you can see it is made in China there. And this one was made the 6th month in 2024 here. As you can see, it says IQ in and out. So this is an in and an out port. My other one, the in and out was faded away. That's how old it was. I wish I could show you guys my old one, but it was used and abused. So as you can see, we do have a in and out, a USB-C port, a USB-A port, this nice lined grippy texture here. The cord, obviously, a button, which turns on the hidden screen in the front, which says 25%. Anker right there. So I do have some watt meters now, so we can go ahead and see what this thing will want to charge at. Let me grab a couple things. My phone is pretty charged up, but let's see what it will do to a 78%. So as you can see here, we do get those two little icons that show super fast charging there. So as you can see, 3 minutes until full because I have a limiter on it, but it did just go down to 0. So I'm going to just go ahead and plug this in, and we'll see what wattage it charges at. See how fast this thing can charge at. I got this super fast charging Samsung brick here. If we look at the info on the back, you can see this does support 20 volts at 2.25 amps. So this one will charge this battery bank at 30 watts, no problem. And as you can see, we don't even have to carry around a cord. All we have to do is carry around this brick here. So it has that built-in cable. We just plug it in here. And we can see on the screen here, 1%. And we can see how long it's going to take to charge here, 1 hour 26. And we can see it's charging at almost 30 watts. That is amazing. This thing can charge at 30 watts compared to all my other battery banks, which charges at 20 watts, which would take like 2.5 hours. This is only 1.5 hours with 30 watts. That's amazing. All right, so it is time to test out the Anker power bank. As you can see here, 100% here. And let's test this thing out. Now, I do want to tell you what I use kind of some of my Anker power banks for. This one I don't really use. This one I just came up with a plan here. I have a very old Anker, the one I showed earlier, the 10,000 PD, powering a security camera, and I'm going to plug my power banks in here with the little watt meter, and then when I'm not home or somewhere else, like in my other room, I can see if the power banks are still charging, or if they're fully charged. So I got this camera hooked up, I got this thing on low power mode, and once this one dies, I have another older power bank. This is the PowerCore Slim 10,000, which looks like I don't even need to charge up. So this one just does USB-A out, but that'll be fine for that. Alright, so let's see what this thing can charge up really quickly. I don't have much time, but we can see what this thing can do. So let's first test out here what it can do with one phone. So let's first plug in my Apple iPhone. And let's see what it can do. So it's actually at a pretty high percentage, 59. So let's see what it can do. So you can see here it's climbing. So it's around 15 watts here, 16 watts. If I open a game, maybe it'll jump up. So as you can see, it actually jumped up to 24 watts there. So it looks like it's staying at about, just at the splash screen, 18, 20 watts. And at this current rate, it's going to survive for 1 hour 54 minutes. Once it's done fluctuating and it's actually at a stable point. So, as you can see, about 16 watts for 1 hour 59 minutes. So it charges that up very nicely. And then I can go grab a Samsung device here, which this phone's actually at a high percentage, 74. But we can see if it does PPS here. So as you can see, we get those two little icons, super fast charging here. And if this would be at a higher rate, it would spike all the way up to 25 watts. But right here, it's at 18, 19 watts. 1 hour and 48 minutes. It'll last at this current rate. So that's great. And then I can grab my Pixel here, which is also at a pretty high percentage, 56. Let's see what that does to it. Pixels don't usually charge that fast. So as you can see, 20 watts here. It's charging at 20 watts, hour 53 minutes at this current rate. Now let's see if we can charge 3 things at once here. So I'm gonna go ahead and plug in my phone. And then I'm gonna plug in my AirPods Pro here. So as you can see, there are my AirPods Pro. I'm actually going to put a little adapter in here so we can see what the wattage is charging at. So let's go ahead and plug in my AirPods here. You can see the red light on there. They are now charging. And then I'm going to go ahead and plug in my Fitbit. Actually, I'm going to go grab, or no, I don't have an Apple Watch charger. That's USB-A. So let's go ahead and plug in my Fitbit here to the USB-A. Currently in a workout, so I hope that doesn't screw it up. Boom. So as you can see here, we're charging this 51%. The AirPods are charging here at a good 1 watt. And just to show you, they are charging here. You can see 65% on the case right there. And then we can see my phone's charging here at 13 watts. So it's pushing a lot of watts out here. It's charging my watch, my phone, and my AirPods comfortably. Now let's try one more thing here. Now, unfortunately, my MacBook is charged very high because I literally just charged it last night. As you can see, 89%. So can't use the MacBook, but I can use a Chromebook to see what this thing can charge at. Let's see if it does that full 30 watts here. I have this old Acer Chromebook. I believe it's completely dead, done for. So we can see here. Let's press the power button. Yeah, no lights are lighting up. It's dead. It's done so. So let's just go ahead and plug this in like a normal laptop here. So this is going to be kind of hard to do, but it does have a USB-C port. And then let's plug in the battery bank here, and we can see what kind of data this gives us. You can see there right now it's charging at 10 watts. I'm going to let that get up there. I think it has to turn on real quick. And would you look at that, guys? 30 watts right there pushing into this computer. And at this current rate, it's going to last an hour and 3 minutes. So this computer is charging at freaking 30 watts, 31 watts. That is super amazing. This little Anker Nano can charge itself back up at 30 watts and can charge devices at 30 freaking watts. That's unbelievable, guys. This has got to be the best mini power bank. It's smaller than the 3-in-1. It has the time remaining. It has a full color display. And another good thing is it has USB-A. Because I don't like USB-A, but I still use it. My Fitbit takes USB-A. A lot of things that I have still take USB-A. And I love that it's on here. It's not on the Anker 3-in-1. It's on here. That's something that I really enjoy. So this power bank's a major freaking go. I would definitely get one of these if I were you. Let's just take a picture of it real quick, a thumbnail really quickly. And there it goes, the first drop. Bam. Alright, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Comment, like, and subscribe here. As you can see, it did go down 3%, but we can always zoom. And then plug that into there. Now, since it's almost charged, it's going to charge at a pretty fast rate, but as it's a pretty slow rate, so as you can see, 20 watts. And since my security camera is mobile, I can take my freaking security camera, come over here, line it up correctly, unlock my phone, open up the camera app, and we can see here, if we point it at the right spot, and we turn off night vision, hold on. Actually see here that it's charging at 15 watts. We can move it back a little tiny bit. Or even if it's blurry, as long as we can see the wattage here, we can see that this is charging at 15 watts.